saves you when you're scared, the one you call who's always there. I'll be the SOS, the flare, I'll be the one. I was born a fighter. I'll be the one who keeps you safe. I'll be the one who always stays. I'll be your hope, your saving grace. I'll be the one. We are heroes, heroes, heroes. Legends never die, never die. We are heroes, 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 heroes live forever. Ooh, and legends never die. Legends never die. Can we save what's left of fallen? Those who came before us, fighting till the end. Kiss of death, here we stand immortal. Can we save what's left of fallen? Those who came before us, fighting till the end. Kiss of death, here we stand immortal. Thought I'd be on my way and getting paid $1 million to my name, but here I am now. I pictured confidence, the compliments, the list of my accomplishments didn't work out. The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-impulse. The pressure, the misery. Holding on, it's holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Caught up in unrealistic expectations, hostage in negotiations, and never winning. How can I fake it till I make it if I'm suffocating, pulses racing, never ending? The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-impulse. Thought I'd be on my way and getting paid $1 million to my name, but here I am now. I pictured confidence, the compliments, the list of my accomplishments didn't work out. The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-imposed. The pressure, the misery. Holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Caught up in unrealistic expectations, hostage in negotiations, and never winning. How can I fake it till I make it if I'm suffocating, pulses racing, never ending? The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-imposed. The pressure, the misery. Holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm push and pull. The tension is killing me. Yeah, self-imposed pressure, it's misery.
Points leader Jabelston has a perfect season so far in HT Supercross Next. 2 races, 2 heat race wins, 2 hole shots, 2 main event wins. Can anyone stop the Jabelston momentum here at race 3, Portico Beach? Welcome back, everyone. I am Pancake, otherwise known as Deacon. I'm here joined by Opixonic and our live stream host slash cameraman, Le Jefe. Opix, we missed you last week, but you're back in the booth here. What do you expect to see at race number 3?
Well, first of all, it's good to be back, Deacon Jeff. Quite frankly, the question is, can anybody stop Jab? And based off the first 2 races, and especially last week, the answer is no. But we'll see how Portico Beach goes. This is definitely going to be an interesting track. Probably, in terms of difficulty, the easiest of the 3 tracks we've seen in this HTSX Next season so far. So the start's going to be very important. The whole shot, from what we're seeing in these practice lobbies, is going to be good luck, is the best way to say it. But if Jab is riding the way he's been riding these first 2 races, 10-point gap in the standings already through 2 races. So you have to imagine he's going to be holding on to that lead for quite a while, and somebody's going to have to make a charge. But yeah, Jab is certainly the favorite. But, Jake, Darian, Tyler even, Barry, who got his first podium in a Mustang Meadow last week, there's a lot of contenders that could get that first win of the season tonight.
Jabelston's been the definition of consistency and domination so far. He's the only racer through 2 rounds who has been on the podium both times. Second and third have been different through 2 rounds. We'll see if that trend continues here in race number 3. We're going to rack it up for heat race number 1 here, and we'll see you when we drop that gate momentarily.
I'll be your warrior. Thought I'd be on my way and getting paid $1 million to my name, but here I am now. I pictured confidence, the compliments, the list of my accomplishments didn't work out. The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close, it's way too loud. Up in my head, I can't get out. I try again, I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull, the tension is killing me. Self-imposed, the pressure, the misery, holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Caught up in unrealistic expectations, hostage in negotiations, and never winning. How can I fake it till I make it if I'm suffocating, pulses racing, never ending? The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close, it's way too loud. Up in my head, I can't get out. I try again, I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull, the tension is killing me. Self-imposed, the pressure, the misery, holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm
Welcome back in, everyone. We are here at Portico Beach, round number 3 of HT Supercross Next. Got an interesting start here. They're going to speed their way down as it gets a little bit tighter under the over-under there. Right-hand first turn for the whole shot. We got both of your third-place finishers so far this season in this heat race, Brundon and Barry Barrows. Let's see how this first start works out. Looks like a good jump there from D. Powell, 1997. He's going to grab the whole shot. We've got Brendan, third place in round number 1 right next to him. 4 wide here over the first over-under. Everyone's able to manage that pretty good. Got this treacherous sand section and then a jump just like last week into the whoop section. Looks like Brendan had a good run there but got a little stuck up on D. Powell. Brendan to the inside though. Got a gray Spartan there. Looks like that is Adam as well. He's going to case the rhythm section. So Brendan into the lead here in heat race number 1 at Portico Beach. Barry with an aggressive move up the inside. He's going to take the last podium spot. And we still got D. Powell there in the top 3 as well, Opix.
D. Powell with a very, very good start. He'll be happy to, hold on to this. Top 5 advance to the main, and the bottom 4 will move on to the LCQ. It is Brendan with the lead. Here comes Barry trying to make a move on D. Powell. He's not going to be able to make that stick. D. Powell holding on to second. Tyler, the Venom Fallacy, holding on to 4th, and Spider currently holding on your final.
Barry with a move around the outside. We have a little elevated corner there. It looks like the Venom Fallacy trying to make his way around D. Powell there as well. And then another racer, that's Spider Case, bringing Dark Horizon and Cooper with them. So a great battle here up front. Tyler off the side of the over-under there. The Venom Fallacy, he's going to have to make his way back up. He's got the speed to get it done. So it's still Brendan out front. Coop Boop getting sketchy through the whoops. Tyler, the Venom Fallacy up the inside, gets both of them off the side of the track there. Too aggressive of a move there from Venom. Wasn't factoring in the lag, and that's going to put both of those racers in the white armor back behind now Adam. So they got some serious work to do. Your top 5 kind of settled and decided right now, except for up in third. D. Powell makes a mistake, almost goes off the berm. He's going to have to take this alternate line here in the rhythm section. There's a little safety line where you can roll the top part of that tabletop and then double out. It's not going to be the fast way to go, but it is an alternate way. Speaking of alternate ways, that section that Dark Horizon in the yellow and D. Powell just went over, it's going to be an interesting selection there, Opix, because as we see for Adam there, if you go inside, go too fast, you can get into the pole. And we got an outside berm, so we'll see how those decisions play out in this race. But I'm interested to see how Brendan and Barry Barrows, both the B names there, kind of work this out. You can see Barry going to the berm. He's going to get a little bit better of a run over the top of that Dragons back there. Do you think Barry has what it takes to track down Brendan in this heat race?
Well, he definitely has what it takes, but is he going to be able to pull it out with 5.5 minutes left to go in this heat? And the answer is, well, we don't know. That's why we watch these races. We got Spider having a good run here in third, had a really good run with the 7th place finish last week at Mustang Meadows, and he's continuing that momentum. D-Pal, after the good start, has fallen a little bit back to 4th, but that's still very much fine. And Tyler now sits 1 position behind Nightmare, or Dark Horizon now as we call him. He is in that final transfer position in 5th. And for Tyler, that incident before, rolling over and then just getting into, who was it? Coop, getting into Coop, trying to make the pass. It's just mistakes compounding into mistakes. He was probably a little bummed that he went down right before the rock section, so he went for it knowing he had to make positions up. And unfortunately, as Horizon's now gotten by D-Pal, and now Tyler, the Venom Fallacy, is hunting D-Pal for that last spot, Deacon.
Yeah, just to kind of clarify some of the naming schisms that we have going on here. If you ever hear us say Tyler, probably referring to the Venom Fallacy, who sits in P6 right now, 1 spot on the outside looking in. He's made up quite a bit of time on D-Pal, who holds the final direct transfer spot. Also, like we said, Nightmare, who had just made a mistake in the rhythm section, he's going to fall back. He's going to fall back to 5th in the yellow armor there. Dark Horizon is now his new gamer tag, so if we refer to him as Nightmare at any point, that's who we're referring to. Dark Horizon, Nightmare, kind of synonymous there. So the Venom Fallacy... Right there,
just need
place now. Yeah, we're
just gonna need a list of names on the screens. If we say
all these guys going through the sand section, we see the jump line into the whoops there being used by the Venom Fallacy, getting into the final transfer spot past Dark Horizon. So just like last week, we had a double line into the whoop section, got the same kind of thing going on here. Oh, gotta be careful there. Venom Fallacy jumping into the back of D-Pal. Lots of interesting decisions and line choices side by side here. Speaking of interesting sections, we have this interesting little Dragon's back made out of the rocks out of there in Halo 4. And it looks like the Venom Fallacy went for a move up the inside, couldn't quite make it happen. All these guys casing the rhythm section, so it's still D-Pal in 4th and still the Venom Fallacy in 5th. No position changes there, but Venom, we've already seen a couple times in this heat race, struggling to make some passes here. There's been some murmurs around the paddock in the in the pits that this track kind of races similar to Hammer Point in the sense that everyone's going to have the lines figured out. It's just going to be an execution test of who can hit those lines the best. What do you think about this track, Opix, as we're looking at this battle for 4th place?
I was saying it to Jeff earlier at the beginning of this broadcast. This is probably the easiest of the 3 tracks. As Tyler cases that landing, it is a battle. I mean, it's hard to analyze right now. We are watching the battle for this transfer position, but yeah, this is probably the easiest of the 3 tracks in the series so far. So it's going to be one of those where the whole shot and the start's going to be super important, and then not making mistakes, because any little mistake is going to cost you time that's just going to be challenging to make up. Meanwhile, we got Horizon and Tyler in the Venom Fallacy battling for this final transfer position. Sits last
goes down on the finish line. He's going to take the Dark Horizon with him all the way out of the berm there. Dark Horizon's got to find his way back onto the right section of the track there. Just an unfortunate circumstance there. We had D-Pal case the finish line triple. That's a really big jump for those guys. Got to make sure you don't cheat and cut down off the berm too early. And now Dark Horizon falls into the clutches of Coop Boop, who is silently in 7th, but still kind of on the back end of this whole group here. All those guys jumping into the whoops. It looks like Coop actually had a little bit of a better run to the inside on Dark Horizon. Makes a bit of contact side by side, step on, step off of the table. Let's see how the lines interact here on the Dragon's back. Coop Boop had a better run, but Dark Horizon took away the line there. And silently D-Pal up there in 4. Oh, Adam for real's off the back end of the berm there, but that is a blue flag situation. Lap driver, lap down there for Adam. He and Motion 12F having a rough time on this track so far, trying to figure out how to maneuver their way around. So let's kind of get the order right here. We have Brendan making his way right after the whoop section in 1st. We have Barry Barrows in 2nd. Those guys have pulled away quite a bit from Spider Case in 3rd. Venom Fallacy has moved his way into 4th, which means D-Pal now holds the final transfer spot. making his way up over the over-under right now, and he's carrying Dark Horizon and Koopa with them. So with just just about a minute plus a lap to go, the battle for the final transfer spot is hot.
Yep, and it's four riders for 2 spots, and meanwhile the Venom Fallacy is now pulling away clearly in 4th, so without any mistakes he should be fine. The battles between these 3, it's D-Pal, Dark Horizon, and Koop Boop. One of them will advance to the main right here right now. The other 2 are going to have to go to the LCQ. Both going through this Dragonback's rock section pretty cleanly. I believe we're going to be ending... what are we going to be ending on? Where's Brendan? Brendan is over there. He's pretty far away. Yeah, Brendan's got a huge gap. I think Barry going to just go to this battle for the lead, or, well, what... I don't even know if you can call it a battle, but I think Barry might have more pace here than Brendan. I think Barry might have made a mistake at some point.
Yeah, Barry just made a mistake, and we want to watch this fight right here. This is not for a transfer position. Both of these guys still in it. This is 4th and 5th. We see at the bottom left, we're going to be ending on 10, so your leader's going to get the white flag next time around. But in the whoop section right now, that's the battle for the final transfer spot, and the Venom Fallacy... No, that's Koop Boop. I'm sorry. Koop Boop has made his way up here. I got to kind of reset it. I think we have Dark Horizon in the final transfer spot there. I'm sorry. I kind of got it a little confused there. So the racer in yellow holds down the final transfer spot. That pass that he just made on D-Pal was for 5th place. And now we're watching Koop Boop, seeing if he can make his way up to the back end of Dark Horizon as well. But if you are Dark Horizon, this is a tough place to be in because you still have the Venom Fallacy right in front of you. But do you want to risk a pass at this point and risk losing some time to the racers behind you? He's just got a lap left to manage here as your leader on the Dragon's Back, crossing over the finish line, or crossing over the start straight, I should say there. We got a little roller, then we got this tabletop into the rock section Dragon's Back. One more section here for Brendan out front, your 3rd place finisher. Round 1 at Hammer Point, missed last week to watch some baseball, but he is back on track here. Brendan is going to take heat race victory number 1 here, crossing the line, 5:45.666 with the whip there over the finish line triple. Barry Barrows looks like he's going to secure 2nd, Spider in 3rd, the Venom Fallacy and Dark Horizon in the final transfer spots, but we still got a battle here for 6th between Koop Boop. Oh, just kidding. Now we got a lapped racer in between those guys. So the positions kind of settle themselves out. The Venom Fallacy and Dark Horizon going to round that final corner, grab the final 2 transfer spots as these guys line up. So it's Brandon, nice. It's I chose the one vowel that you can't use. Brandon, Barry Barrows, Spider Case, the Venom Fallacy, and Dark Horizon, your direct transfers. So we're gonna see Koop Boop, D Powell, Motion 12F, and Adam for reals in the LCQ in just a bit there, as we kind of figure out the positions. Anything of note that you saw from that race that you're going to be looking for in either the LCQ or main event, Opix?
Survive the whole shot, good luck, because, well, I mean, I do think there is enough of a skill gap through the field that the fast guys are still going to be successful. Brendan looking very strong. Barry, again, looking very strong. Looks like he could be a contender for this race. I think he was the fastest guy on track through that race, potentially, but Brendan, obviously, with the win, the more consistent driver. As we're going to go to a break here and get Heat 2 set up, Deacon.
Yeah, we'll see how that speed transfers into our main event later for Brendan and for Barry. We'll see also if Heat race number 2 can manage to be faster. That's going to determine our gate selections for the following races. So we'll see you when we rack it up for Heat number 2.
I'll be your warrior. I'd be on my way and getting paid $1 million to my name. But here I am now. I pictured confidence, the compliments, the list of my accomplishments didn't work out. The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-imposed. The pressure, the misery. Holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Caught up in unrealistic expectations, hostage in negotiations, and never winning. How can I fake it till I make it if I'm suffocating, pulses racing, never ending? The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-imposed. The pressure, the misery. Holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm push and pull. The tension is killing me. Yeah, self-imposed pressure, it's misery. Love and war, I've walked the line. I've held my tongue 1,000 times. Sometimes the truth is far from kind. And
We have 8 racers lined up in the gate here for heat number 2 at race 3 of HT Supercross Next. Here, this track is Portico Beach. We saw how important the start was in heat number 1 when Brendan, your podium finisher in our first race of the season, got out clean, was able to pull away with a 10-second gap. Can anyone match that pace here in heat race number 2? We have first and second from last week, Jabbleston. Can he keep his perfect season going? Let's find out right now.
Good start for the
Zaya.
inside four. Oh, they are pushing off. Oh my God, Elite almost
Zaya in
got
the white
Suzuki.
armor takes it all the way to the outside. He grabs the whole shot. We got Derbzilla there in second. Jab aggressive move up the inside to take over the final podium spot. Looks like that's one of the blue racers. Can't tell if it's Elite or Chosen right now. And it looks like it is Chosen in fourth, but D-Mills to the right side in the whoops. He gets pushed into the tough block. Derbzilla down at the end of the whoops as well. D-Mills, your second place finisher, finds himself in last place. Meanwhile, his championship rival, Jabbleston, has made his way up to second, but don't count out Squeezu here up the inside on the roller. He's going to have a nice run up the inside here of this Dragon's Back. Meanwhile, out front, we finally see the speed from Zaya, formerly known as Prime, back in the Outlaw Racing League. not even Supercross, the mixed terrain days, kind of got a mixture of GP and Supercross racing from Zaya, but now he's trying to put his Halo racing talents fully on display in a motocross, Supercross style setting. He's got the lead right now. Opix, what do you think is going to happen between him and Jabbleston? Your points leader, Zaya, had to make a quick correction there because it looks like it was chosen after a great start all the way in the back of the pack, fell into the other side of the track. So that's going to get the heart rate up for Zaya, and now it's going to be up even more because Jabbleston already fighting him here, cuts down on that berm. What's going to be the decision here for Zaya? Both going to the berm. Is Jab going to attempt to cut to the left here after this Dragon's back? He does. How aggressive is he going to be? How hard is Zaya going to fight him for it? Looks like Jab already to the inside, looking to keep this perfect season going. Zaya with a better run in the rhythm section, though. Tried to cut down. Got blocked a little bit. So Jab versus Zaya, and they're taking Squeezu with them. That's your top three here in heat race number 2 so far.
And the top three have a pretty decent gap to the rest of the field here. You got Vulcan in 4th, and now you have Darian.
Oh, Zaya went up the inside, got a little two-wheeled. We're going to watch here in real time as Zaya learns how to race up front with the big boys here with Jabbleston. Zaya's put on some serious speed, had one of the faster laps in race number 1, and was kind of there within the same second or so in race number 2 as well. We see him jumping all the way through the whoops there, getting the front end a little bit high. But the racing experience is definitely a much less compared to a guy like Jabbleston or even Squeezu behind him. So can he learn quickly here? Can he get up to pace, not on the racetrack, but with the knowledge of how to race these guys, how to make the right amount of contact? We got Vulcan still there in 4th place holding down transfer spot. D-Mills NY, 2nd place last week, has made his way into the final transfer spot, but we know he wants more than that.
Yeah, and Darian, I believe, is definitely faster than Vulcan right now. He got held up a little bit trying to make the pass after the whip section. That brought back Derbzilla and Elite back into the fray here. So it's these four for these final 2 transfer spots as of right now. Darian just trying to make this pass on Vulcan as Zaya is still trying to hunt down Jabbleston. Zaya coming in with a lot of hype after the preseason event that Wes hosted, the random track tourney or whatever it was called. And he looked to show some speed there. Got, I believe, an 8th place overall in that. And now he's trying to make use of that speed to win this heat. But Jabbleston trying to keep the perfect season alive as Darian now side by side with Vulcan going into this little Dragon's Back hump here. Vulcan's going to hold on to that spot. Derbzilla
D-Mills up the inside, though. Vulcan going way wide. Vulcan going way wide in the pink armor, and the purple there on the inside. That's D-Mills. Has made his way back up into 3rd place in the points, just 1 point down on Cat to Be Kidding Me, who is not in attendance for this event. So if Demos has a good run here, he could find himself P2 in the points when all is said and done. Vulcan trying to race Demos hard here, though, for that final transfer spot. Still almost side by side there. Vulcan into the back of him. Jab has pulled away a little bit on Zaya, and Zaya is going to school right now, trying to figure out what Jab has done so far to end up with a perfect 50 points on the leaderboard. And Squeezu putting in a really nice ride here in 3rd as well, not letting those guys get too far away there.
And Darian and Vulcan, they are both transferring right now. That is 4th and 5th right now. Jabbleston right now, if he doesn't make any mistakes, we were talking about who's going to get the faster heat. 2 very clean hole shots in terms of these heats. I mean, heat 2 was a little bit more cocky, I believe. But in terms of the leaders, I think it was pretty similar. So Jabbleston trying to just get that faster heat, and that will give him the first gate pick if he's able to hold on to this heat win. Darian has pulled a bit of
I think Zaya just lagged out of the game. We just saw him fly all the way off the track.
God.
So I'm gonna hop into the other track here and let them know what they should do. I'm not sure if he did exit out of the game there. So I'm gonna hop into the other game here.
Go do that now. Oop. Just saw Chosen go down there. I believe we are going to get a race stoppage, I would like to say here. Going to see what happens here. And there it is. Yep, so red flag. Zaya lagging out of the game here. Pretty much with about 3 minutes and change to go, I will say. So unfortunately, I do believe we're going to have to... I don't know if we're going to have to restart the lobby with, a specific time where everybody's gonna have to remember where they are. But this is a situation we don't usually see in this game, but unfortunately this game, we are racing on a video game that is not designed for racing, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with connection issues, but these are the little gremlins that we somehow have to deal with. So with the race stopped right now, the timer is still ticking. Unfortunately, we can't stop that at the moment, but yeah, these are the positions as they are right now. as we now have a random here. Let's recruit this guy and let him join the race midway through. So we have Jabelston with a massive lead right now. It is currently Wes in second. However, Zaya lagged out a second as Wes is now nodding at the camera. I don't know if Jeff's showing that on stream, but it's really funny. He's got the whole like Seeker helmet thing on. Nice. Got Darian. Well, Wes is in third. Darian is in fourth. Vulcan currently in the final transfer position. We will see what the procedure is here. I'm actually not entirely sure what we're going to be doing here once this race gets restarted. Jeff, do you have any idea? Like, so for HTSX, what do you normally do in a case like this when we have a red flag?
One minute left. Thirty seconds left.
Now, Jeff, when you're in that
10 seconds.
When you're in that situation, I mean, obviously, you know, you're managing the whole series as well at that point, so it's obviously, you know, extra work for you. But as a racer, just purely, you know, focusing on your race, what does a stoppage like this do? Like, what do you have to do to kind of reset, knowing that you still have some action left to go? I mean, it's only the heat, but you still have some action left to go. Right, and we don't... Right. Now, in terms of, you know, fastest heat, that might now be out the window, because we're not going to really be able to figure out at this point, like, who's going to have the faster heat, because obviously this one is completely stopped. The last one ended at 9, so I'm assuming we're probably just going to be racing to 9 here. Will it keep Zaya's? Yeah. So Zaya has 4 right now, so we'll have to either make a lap back, or we'll just have to remake the lobby, and we'll be doing, I don't know, a 3-lap race at that point. But yeah, 3 or 4 laps and staggered start, I would assume. But
yeah, you guys
Jeff
you were supposed to be able to hear me, but since OBS updated,
oh my god,
it switched my primary input device from NVIDIA Broadcast to nothing. Anyway, just to fill you guys in on what I said, to answer Opix's question about how restarts affect you, I said that if you're out front, it can ice you and you're looking to get back into that locked-in mindset as soon as possible. And then I briefly went over the standard restart procedure for HT Supercross proper, which is if the race is more than 2 laps completed. It used to be 20%, but just to simplify it, we moved it to 2 laps. If it's more than 2 laps...
We don't want to do math in this series? Doing math?
Dude, I'm a driver. I'm not doing math out there. Like, I don't care if I'm running the series or not. I'm not gonna break the calculator out or do any kind of mental math when I'm trying to stay focused on the restart and a little pissed off that everything ended. But that's fine. It's not pissed off that like a red flag situation can happen. more just like you're in that flow, right? You're in that mindset, then all of a sudden, boom, you're taken
And then,
out
bam,
of it.
you're stopped. You're
Yeah.
just stopped. Yep.
Jarring is the better word to use, but anyway, just explain the standard restart procedure. So what you can expect now that Zaya has rejoined the game is these guys are either going to restart in place. Try to stay cognizant of the gaps around them, just so that everything is more or less even as possible during the restart. However, if too many guys are in disadvantageous parts on the track, they may do a staggered start on like the whole shot line.
All right,
But
Zaya
if this
is
race,
gonna try to find a spot.
sorry to interrupt, but if this race was going to do a full restart, so 2 laps or less completed, it would be a full restart. So new whole shot, everything. But gate picks would remain the same.
Yep, and it looks like Zaya might be trying to get his checkpoints back here, so he's on 5 laps with everybody, or
Yeah.
no, Zaya. I'm not
Think
sure what
so.
Zaya's trying to do here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
By the way,
Here
hello
he goes,
stream.
as you can get.
This is your cameraman speaking, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, sorry about Jeff's mic being cut out. Yeah, OBS apparently updated recently, as Zaya is going to take his spot here. I think we're going to be restarting here very shortly. I'm assuming we're also going to 9 laps. Not sure how we're going to figure out who has the faster heat at this point. I don't know if we even can. But yeah, in terms of like the red flag situation, it's like us as broadcasters, like, oh, everything's stopped. Now Deacon has to go figure out what the heck's going on and tell everybody what to do there. And then I'm just here like, oh, we got to fill time now. So doesn't help us at all when the game decides to, boot one of our guys out. But again, game's not meant for it. As we are back underway, Javelson holding on the lead, Zaya resuming his race back in second, Wes holding on to third. Darian has made his way up after a rocky start up to 4th, and currently Vulcan once again holding onto the final transfer spot, Deacon.
All right, we were able to figure out the red flag situation there. It's not easy here in Halo trying to get people back in the game, because then other people can join. We run these races on the custom game browser, so that way no one has a host advantage in theory. So as we kind of reset things here, we have Jabbleston out front looking to continue his perfect season. Zaya in the white armor, who was unfortunately the victim of a power outage, and that's why we lost him there. He finds himself back in second, trying to get his head straight back on again after all that chaos. Squeezu in third, D-Mills NY, and Vulcan in the pink armor holds down the final transfer spot. So still the same position, still about the same distances. We're just going to be going to 10 here in this heat race. Since we don't have the timer anymore, we're going to match the amount of laps done from the first heat. So we're going to be finishing on 10. We got the top 3 separated, pretty equidistant right now. A little bit of a gap back to D-Mills NY, who is looking to get another podium. If he wants a win at this point, I have to imagine, but it seems that nobody can stop the Jabbleston train right now.
It says leader finished at 295. Ignore that. That is obviously cooked, because obviously this game type is designed without having a race stoppage in mind. So in terms of who's going to have the faster heat, I said it was 9 laps. It is actually 10. My bad on that. But yeah, we are going to be going an extra 3 laps here. The game is not over. These riders know that, as Deacon has told them what the procedure will be. Jabbleston holding on this lead here, but Zaya is, keeping him honest. He's not like right up to him, but he is keeping him honest here. And Wes is having, once again, a really good ride here in 3rd place. So in terms of figuring out who is going to have the faster heat here, I'm assuming it's just going to be heat 1 at this point, Deacon, if you want to explain that to our viewers.
Yeah, we'll see if we can try to figure out some of the math. I believe if we look at the bottom left, every time Jab crosses from this point on, it'll update the end time, I believe. Oh, no, it's not going to do that. It did it on a previous version of the game type. So, yeah, we'll kind of just have to figure it out here. It might be a little controversial, but we only have so many options here of what we can do for fastest heat, because we're not going to have any times. And there's no point in guessing. So it's probably going to be the non-chalked heat that ends up getting the first gate selection. So maybe heat 1 will benefit from some of the lag that we had here, which obviously isn't a perfect scenario, but it is something, and we got to make a decision at some point. But enough about that, enough about the logistics. Let's look at the racing here, as we have just 2 laps to go. As you were saying, Zaya keeping Jabbleston pretty honest, and after a 19-second victory last week, the gap that Zaya has on Jab right now is nothing to scoff at. Even Squeezu there in this heat race, putting in a solid ride to not be any more than about a full section down on Jabelston. D-Mills has made his way up closer to the back end of Squeezoo there in third. We'll see if with just one lap to go as the leader hits the white flag and makes a mistake, Jab into the column there. Maybe going for a fast lap here on the final one, but he can't take too deep of a breath because Zay is still right there ready to challenge. He's going to hear him in some of these corners. Jab cutting all the way to the inside there, still able to make the over-under, clips it just a little bit, but that could be a line that we see from your points leader in the main event, cutting all the way to the inside.
Zayak trying to get a good run through the whoops, does get a good run through the whoops here. It's not going to be a 10-second victory like Brendan had in Heat 1. It's going to be down to the wire here. Zaya is making up time on your points leader. The perfect season on the line here. It's still maybe a 2-second gap, but one little mistake here at this point in the race, going through this Dragon's Back rock section. Jabelson's able to nail that. Double into this little step up here. He's going to bring it home, Deke.
Able to make it clean. The perfect season is still continuing. Jabelston takes heat race number 2 victory. Zaya right there with him, only about a second and a half down. Squeezoo holds on to the final podium spot. D-Mills NY takes fourth. And shout out to Vulcan in the pink armor racing out of England. He gets his first direct transfer to the main event through the heat race here in HT Supercross Next. He'll take fifth in front of Derpzilla, Elite MKB, and Chosen.
Yeah, very good for Vulcan here, getting his first transfer into the main. Derp Elite, had a really rough start. Kind of got Sui-gated and didn't recover from that, so now he's going to have to make his way into the main through the LCQ once again. And Chosen, same thing for him. It's going to be a wild LCQ. 7 riders, top 4 make it. We'll see you there.
I'll be your warrior. I'd be on my way and getting paid $1 million to my name. But here I am now. I pictured confidence, the compliments, the list of my accomplishments didn't work out. The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-imposed. The pressure, the misery. Holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Caught up in unrealistic expectations, hostage in negotiations, and never winning. How can I fake it till I make it if I'm suffocating, pulses racing, never ending? The life I thought I'd have by now, I'm nowhere close. It's way too loud up in my head. I can't get out. I try again. I'm stuck somehow. Push and pull. The tension is killing me. Self-imposed. The pressure, the misery. Holding on is holding me back from what I want and what I don't have. I won't get out alive. I'm paralyzed. I'm push and pull. The tension is killing me. Yeah, self-imposed pressure, it's misery.
Thanks for joining us back here with HT Supercross Next, race number 3, Portico Beach. We're lined up here for the LCQ. Time to find out which 4 racers of this group of 7 will be joining the rest of your top 5 heat finishers in the main event to come up next. The gate's about to drop anytime in the next 10 seconds. We got, looks like that's Motion 12F lined up on the very left. On the other side, it's Elite MKB, but some good starts from the middle of the pack. Derpzilla and D-Pal. Who's going to grab this whole shot? Right hand first turn. D-Pal down. Looks like Adam down as well. The only one able to get through is Chosen Clean. He's got a huge lead already in front of Derpzilla, Coop Boop, Elite MKB, and D-Pal. That's the top 5. Motion 12F and Adam for reals bringing it around the back of the pack there.
You got the battle for the transfer spot between Elite and D-Pal as of right now. Chosen with pretty much the only clean start out of that. Here comes Coop trying to get second from Derp, and he's going to make it
Coop,
sick as
2
Chosen
for
makes
1
a
up
mistake.
the inside. Coop gets 2 passes in one corner, and the racer in the white and
they're
red
all
armor
together.
finds himself leading the LCQ here 3 wide into the Dragon's back. Who's going to decide to check up here? All these guys playing it really safe. Is everyone going to clear the rhythm section right here? Really solid racing from your top 4 right here. These guys trying to be so careful. Oh, it looks like a little bit of a block pass there. Derp almost went over the back of the berm. Coop cases all 4 of these guys face, and here comes D-Pal all the way from 5th up into 3rd, but Derpzilla says not quite yet. Up the inside, 3 wide into the Dragon's back. Crazy racing here in the last chance qualifier. 5 racers, 5 racers, 5 racers vying for 4 spots. Oh my gosh, someone help me. Optics take it, I'm saying Rice. Oh, who is that chosen into the pole? This is absolute pandemonium. Adam for reals in 6th place with a good whoop run finds himself in the back end of this train now. They've left motion behind, unfortunately, but 6 racers all vying for 4 spots.
Breathe, Deacon, breathe. Goddamn, brother. Anyway, it's Coop making a crazy pass to get to the lead of this LCQ. We got Elite surviving the pandemonium in 2nd. Derp, kind of making out okay here in 3rd. You got Deepal holding on the 4th, and Chosen, who had really the only clean start in the whole shot of this race, getting caught up in the absolute craziness that was that 4-way battle. Now he's on the outside looking in, but he's very much close. He's closing in on Deepal. It's going to be between these two, and Adam, outside chance. Well, he made a mistake there going into this first corner, but he's
Chosen
not
up
really
the inside
out of it as
there.
well. Here comes Chosen.
Chosen up the inside on Deepal. Oh, but he goes down. Oh, that was a horrible one.
That's
Just
what Adam
immediately got flipped there. Chosen trying to take that same line that Jab was doing in heat number 2, cutting to the inside there and still getting over the over-under tabletop, but didn't quite get it right. That's going to give Deepal a little bit of space here in the final transfer spot.
Yeah, but it's not. It's already closing up. Chosen seems to have the faster pace around this track. Deepal, can he hold on to this? You got 3 minutes and 20 to go here, +1. Through the Dragons back here, staying pretty steady. Maybe a little bit of an OJ there from Chosen, but it doesn't really hurt him that bad. The top 3 are pretty safe as long as they just, kind of, hold firm. But Coop,
Elite with a mistake.
Derp's gonna find the gap.
Fortunately for Derp, he finds the gap right as Elite's pulling out. So Derp back into the P2 spot. Elite shuffles back into 3rd, but still a little bit of space here between him and Deepal, who holds the final transfer spot, but not comfortably because Chosen has made his way back up after that mistake just 1 lap ago on the same section, able to downside at that time. Clipped it a little bit. Who's going to get the drive here through the whoops? Chosen, a little bit of a better jump into there. But can he make the pass? It's one thing to make your way up to that final transfer spot, but when the nerves are there, you feel it in your hands, the hands are shaking a little bit. Can you execute the pass? Speaking of passes, Elite up the inside of Derpzilla. Good ride from another one of our racers out of England there, Elite MKB. He makes the pass on Derp. Derp has had a lot of speed in our replica series, so that's some serious racing from Elite to make the pass by him. Speaking of passes, we want to keep an eye here on Deepal and Chosen. Oh, mistake from Derp. He cased a little bit, tried to go up the inside. Ooh, Chosen also clipped there, clips the pole as well. So these guys racing so hard to try to make it into the main event here. The mistakes are piling up. Deepal has put in some solid laps here. He's able to settle down after that crazy 4-racer battle for whatever it was, 2nd place. Your leader out front, Coop, does not have a comfortable lead, by the way. So this is
be
like
careful
a
here, guys.
5-racer train here. Derp up the inside again on Elite. Got to be careful with those block passes when you're making contact. Elite goes down off the goose. Chosen trying to go around. Fortunately, that was a good place to fall off the goose because you don't need a ton of speed for that next section. So Elite only loses 1 spot. But now the battle is on between these 4 for the last 3 transfer spots, Opix.
I was going to say, while Derp and Elite were battling, Chosen...
Deepal up the inside. Puts Chosen over the berm. Really aggressive move there from Deepal, so much so that it takes himself out of contention to clear that rhythm section. So all of a sudden, the racer that he just put over the back end of the berm finds himself around the outside. Aggressive pass from Chosen, makes his way back into 4th.
Can you hear Rashid in the background potentially saying ball don't lie, because that might have been a bit of a ball don't lie moment. Here comes Deepal trying to get the run again here, but Chosen's going to reclaim 4th. What I was going to say, though, Derp and Elite were battling so hard. It was Chosen and Deepal, but Deepal,
a huge mistake there from Deepal, trying to cut off any time he could to jump into the whoops, straight into the pole, off the goose, and he's now a full section down on 4th place, who Chosen now getting up to the back of Elite MKB, not his teammate in this series. Those guys are teammates in a different series, so you see the similar blue and yellow armors there. The only thing really different about them is the visor color, but it's hard to see from so far away. Right now, Elite holds down 3rd and Chosen in the final transfer spot, but Chosen's about to case this rhythm section, so it's not quite over yet. If Deepal can put in some solid laps here for the next 10 seconds plus a lap, they only are going to have 2 to go. They're going to be ending on 8 laps, so just 2 laps less than your heat races. Coop Boop still holds down the lead up front in front of Derpzilla, and that's really the only battle on track right now as the top 4 have settled themselves in this last chance qualifier.
We are ending on 8, and we say settled. I mean, Deepal with some clean laps here and Chosen making a couple mistakes, as you said. This could potentially not be over yet, but it's a long way there with 2 to go. And again, we were saying it. I was gonna say it multiple times before people were cocking themselves, but Durban Elite battling themselves, pulled Chosen and Deepal back into it before, the carnage once again ensued.
Oh, your leader
Oh,
just went down
Coop.
in the rhythm section. Fortunately, there's a way to recover in this recovery line, but he's got to be careful. Oh my gosh, Elite there trying to get
He's
out of the
fine.
way. We were able to make it happen, had a little off-track excursion, but Coop, after leading this one for pretty much the whole race, finds himself in third. Don't look back too far there. He's got some gap. There's still some gap between Chosen in fourth and Deepal in fifth, so that puts Derpzilla, who has really improved in the past 4 or 5 months through the replica Supercross series that we're running over there called Jais. And he's put in some, actually my teammate over there on Gas in the Jai series, so able to show him some things, and that's coming in clutch here as Coop gets back into the, back in a second,
And
but
dies.
goes
Oh,
over the
no.
back of the berm here, and that's not really a line. There's no recovery line in this section, so Coop losing some time. If Deepal was just a little bit closer, could have been able to take advantage. I was just about to say retribution for Coop, who was 1 spot out of the heat and 1 spot out of the LCQ last week. Hopefully he can hold it on here with just about 2 corners to go. Meanwhile, Derpzilla trying to get around Motion 12F there is going to take the LCQ win. The 2 Yamaha teammates in the Jai series, not teammates here, but Elite and Chosen in, and Coop will hold on after a very scary final lap there to take the final transfer spot, which means Deepal, unfortunately, is going to be on the outside looking in. Still throwing some style there for the fans, though, with the whip over the finish line. Of course, shouting out some of our other racers here, Motion 12F and Adam for Reals in this LCQ as well. Kind of still getting their bearings here in the realm of Halo Supercross. I'm sure we're going to see them closer and closer to those transfer spots as the races go by, but it's just tough when these guys have so much more experience on you. I'll make sure I end the game before Motion 12F makes his way around so we get the accurate stats here.
Chosen.
It's going to be Derp, Elite, Chosen, and Coop Boop, your top 4 into the main event. They're going to be joining your heat race finishers. We will see you when we rack up the 14-man main event in just about 5 minutes here. We can't wait to see if Jabbleston can keep this perfect season going. Will he grab the whole shot for the 3rd race in a row? We'll find out in just a bit. Jabbleston has gone 2 for 2 with a perfect 50 points represented on the leaderboard through 2 races. Here we are for the main event at race number 3, Portico Beach. Not only has he won both of his heat races and both main events, he's gotten the whole shot in both races as well. But 13 other racers lined up in the gate here want to make sure that does not happen. They want to end the win streak. Here we go, race number 3. Let's drop the gate and see if anyone can break the win streak. A late gate and a good start from Jabbleston and D-Mills NY. Is D-Mills going to be able to steal away the whole shots from Jab? Nope. 3 in a row for Jab. He takes the lead up front, cutting over to the left side before the over-under. Is he going to clear here? A little bit of a case right there, and that's going to put D-Mills NY up into the lead, into the whoop section. They're bringing Zaya with them and Coop Boop. Your final transfer spot from the LCQ has found himself in 4th. Great start from the racer in white and red as everyone navigates this first lap here. We got the Dragons back crossing over the start straight. This is the battle up front that we want to see. D-Mills NY versus Jabbleston. They found each other every single time we've been on the track for HT Supercross Next in the main events. And we find it again here. And Jab, a mistake right there. Zaya up the inside. They're going to be 4 wide, 2 groups of 2 here. Dark Horizon trying to split the middle. All these guys. Vulcan making it 4
Triple
wide.
pass,
Vulcan's
Vulcan.
going to move up into 4th place there. It looks like Coop went down. Zaya cases the finish line. Vulcan cases here. Man, all these guys got to be careful. Vulcan into the pole there.
God.
And D-Mills all of a sudden has a 2-second lead up front. Jabbleston and Zaya lock down the final podium spots, but pandemonium in the middle part of the pack here. Look at all these racers, a group of 6 flying over the over-under there with the Venom Fallacy in the middle and the red armor, easy to spot there. Who's going to navigate the whoop section well here? Venom jumping his way past some people. Squeezoo trying to get out in front. A mistake from Venom there. He's going to go back to 2nd to last. Speaking of last, Brendan, your heat race winner, finisher in 3rd place in your first main event of the season. I gotta calm down here. He finds himself in last place. 2 of your fastest racers in last and 2nd to last, Brendan and the Venom Fallacy. Meanwhile, up front,
Darian!
crashes out of the lead. He throws it away. Jab back up into 1st and Zaya up into 2nd.
All right, Zaya, here's your moment. You've been struggling these first 2 races. Everybody thought you were going to be the next big thing in this series. Now's your chance to end the win streak. It's Jabbleston with the lead. Zaya is right there. Darian, after that mistake, in 3rd. It's these 3 battling for the lead, and then everybody else in an absolute mosh pit. Just, like, again, you're saying you have to calm down. There is no calming down with the action that we're seeing in this race, Deacon. This is nuts.
This has been the storyline for multiple weeks in a row as we see more chaos in the whoop section there. Brendan trying to make his way past some slower racers, and he's getting a little impatient there up the inside of, looks like Elite MKB, or no, it's Chosen there in the similar armor. So the Venom Fallacy and Brendan have not made up the time that they need to. Meanwhile, up front, it's a 3-way fight for the lead, but Barry Barrows in 4th after his first podium of his career last week at Mustang Meadows, looking for back-to-back podiums here. Could he come up and challenge D-Mills NY for that final podium spot there in 3rd? But it's been the storyline multiple races in a row, going back even to the first preseason race for D-Mills NY, finding his way up front to the lead, but then a mental mistake takes him out of it as we see Chosen get all out of shape there after the finish line, and Vulcan makes the pass there for 13th. But up front, it's Jabbleston back up into the lead, trying to get back to his winning ways. Shout out to Derpzilla, who holds down the final top 5 spot in front of Dark Horizon. Those 2 getting a good start, both kind of with the armor effects that they have there. Easy to spot those guys on the track. They could be looking for their best career finishes as well, but the top 4 has really spread apart from the rest of the pack here. Jab trying to run away from Zaya, D-Mills NY, and Barry Barrows.
Yeah, Jab is starting to make a bit of a gap here on Zaya. Darian wants to get by Zaya as fast as he can, and don't overlook Barry. Barry looked really, really quick in the first heat race today. He might have the pace to catch even Jabbleston, but he's got to get by these guys. But Jabbleston, again, trying to keep the perfect season alive. He's not really pulling away too much, I will say that.
Oh,
He
and
is
Jab
pulling- Whoa!
almost went down right there. He's taking
And
that
as you
risk,
say
cutting to
that-
the inside, skipping the berm on the over-under, and that just brought Zaya, D-Mills, and Barry right back into this 4-way fight for the lead. Jab's got to be careful with that line. If he's going to do it, he needs perfect execution. Got to know exactly what the Mongoose is doing. A mistake right there. Meanwhile, Dark Horizon, after the whoop section, makes his way around the outside of Derpzilla, who cases the rhythm after us. So the racer in yellow up into the top 5. That's a great position for him to be in, but right now this top 4 is super spread apart. Jab just brought the rest of those guys back into it with that mistake. We'll see if he goes back to a safer line there, getting a little bit more of the burn before the over-under, or if your perfect season points leader right now feels comfortable going back to that line once again.
It's all racecraft. It's all what he feels comfortable with. And right now, I would do what I feel comfortable with. You still have the lead.
There it is. Yep, goes up to the berm. He did not want to risk it. Able to downside it there. So he brought Zaya back into this thing a little bit. Is that the breath of life that the rookie racer in HT Supercross, Zaya, is currently sitting second, currently 5th in points, I believe, or 4th maybe even. I'm not sure how all the points play out because people have missed races, but 2 back-to-back 6th places in a row for Zaya. Looking to better those finishes right now, up in 2nd place. Sits in front of D-Mills NY, last week's 2nd place finisher. Actually, this is the podium minus Zaya from last week. It was Jab, D-Mills NY, and Barry Barrows, and now Zaya plops himself right in the midst of this battle. Crazy if you're a rookie racer, but Zaya has plenty of race experience. He knows what to expect from a situation like this.
And we're watching these gaps. They're pretty much staying the same. As I said before, Portico, not one of the more difficult tracks in the series. It's honestly the easiest of the 3 so far. So these guys are kind of just running the same pace right now. It's one of those races where it's more of a battle-heavy track, as we see Horizon battling with Derb for 5th position again. Derb trying to get to the inside, going into this little step up here, double into the berm. Derb's going to hold the inside, and into the tabletop he's going to hold the inside. Is he going to make
side by
jump?
side into the sand section?
Nope.
All the racers preferring this inside. You can see Derb tucks in right there. Brendan has made his way up into 7th here, trying to chase down this battle for 5th place between Derb and Dark Horizon. Those guys still side by side over this rhythm section here. Let's see what happens into the Dragon's back. Dark Horizon around the outside, able to come up over the top of that last whoop on the Dragon's back and holds the 5th place spot. Meanwhile, up front, change for the lead. Jabbleston cases the rhythm section. Zaya leads his first lap in HT Supercross, and can he pull away from the points leader here, Jabbleston, or will Jabbleston be able to recover and make a retaliation pass quickly? Could be right here, even on this berm. Jab chooses to go outside. Zaya protects the inside spot, but now that Zaya's into the lead, the pressure kind of changes here. It's all good and comfortable when you're in second applying the pressure, but once you have the lead, you got to watch the insides here. Little sketchy through the whoop section there for all 3 of your top podium placements right there, and Barry Barrows still quietly there in 4th, ready to take advantage of any mistakes. Meanwhile, let's look in that whoop section again, because Brendan's trying to come up the inside of Derbzilla for the 6th place spot. We have 3 racers in a train right there, 3 racers right behind them as well. The Venom Fallacy, Squeezu, and Elite MKB duking it out. So 2 groups of 3 on the track right there, but let's keep an eye up front on this 4-way fight for the lead. Don't want to miss any action anywhere on the track, but unfortunately we only have 1 camera, so we got to watch the most important fight, and that's the one for the lead right now, with Zaya leading Jabbleston, D-Mills NY, and Barry Barrows.
Well, the Grand Slam is over for Jab. The perfect race isn't going to happen. He's not going to lead every lap, but again, he's just going to hunt Zaya down again. No reason to take risks. You got 12.5 minutes to go, so a long way to go on a track that any mistake is going to cost you a lot of time, quite frankly, because there's not as much time to gain on this one. Darian, your D-Mills a little bit farther back now, and Barry's still trying to maintain that gap as Zaya and Jab, they're battling. Jab's trying to find another spot.
Jab up the inside. He's been utilizing the inside in the Dragon's back to cut back left over that start straight crossover, and now he's going to have the inside heading into this berm, but Zaya, power move around the outside, tries to make it happen, but Jabbleston says, not this time, buddy. I'm taking that lead, but Zaya's still right there, and that's letting D-Mills NY and Barry back into this battle as well. Does Zaya have anything to say? Brendan right here up the inside on Dark Horizon. He's going to take over 5th place, so a good recovery ride from the racer in the orange armor. But now look at the gap between 4th and 5th. I don't think anyone is crossing that C right there. So the battle for the lead right here is in the top 4 with Jabbleston, Zaya, D-Mills NY, and Barry Barrows. Jab made the pass back into the lead, but Zaya's been getting some good runs in the whoops here. Can he learn from the points leader, learn some of the techniques? He's been out of Halo Supercross racing for so long, but still has so much talent in the white armor there for Zaya. Will he be able to learn from some of the lines that Jabbleston is doing and the racers behind him and put it all together to win his first HT Supercross event? I guess only time will tell. Meanwhile, Barry is putting on a serious challenge for 3rd place, behind D-Mills NY. So 2 battles here at the front of the pack. Zaya putting out the pressure. He's going up the inside, showing Jabbleston that he's right there. Got to be careful that you don't do that too much, though, or at least at the risk of casing a section. It's one thing to put the pressure on, but if you're just going to cost yourself time, it's not worth it. Does Zaya go inside right here? Thought about it a little bit. Jabs resorted to a berm line here before the over-under. Not comfortable taking the full inside because that costed him time earlier. See what happens here into the whoop section. Jab with a better run in front of Zaya. Honestly, Zaya, of your top 4, probably had the worst whip run right there. So D-Mills NY creeping back in. This is an incredible fight amongst the top 4 right now for the win here in race number 3, Portico Beach.
Yep, I mean, this is what I was just saying. It's going to be one of those battle-heavy tracks. It's going to be hard to make up time, and we are seeing it within the top 4. They're all running basically the same lap times, and as soon as Jab and Zay are battling, Darian and Barry, D-Mills and Barry are just coming back into this battle. One mistake's going to take you out of the podium here, and you just got to be so careful, especially if you're Zaya. You want to make a move. He tries to dive into that first corner, into that inside lane, but there's just nothing going there.
To the inside here.
Does he go to the inside on this berm? No.
They're right there. Jab swings it wide, trying to avoid letting Zaya get any contact on him. As soon as you can make a little bit of contact with the other racer's goose, that lets you kind of steal some of their speed in the corners. So Zaya trying to figure out how he can make that happen. D-Mill's still right there, ready to take advantage if one of these guys makes a move that they shouldn't. Let's keep an eye on some of your other championship contenders. Brendan in 5th place, kind of on an island, but the Venom Fallacy has moved into 6th. Those two guys week-to-week podium contenders. It's not going to happen this week, I don't think, but those guys looking to make the best recovery rides they can in front of the back half of the pack. Let's keep an eye up front, though, because D-Mills NY up the inside right here on Zen.
There it is, 2nd place D-Mills.
D-Mills NY with some serious racing right now. Had the lead at first, and he's down.
Oh, no.
We say it. Oh, man. The dynamics right here. Got excited into 2nd place. Tried to cut off that berm just a little bit too much and case the Supercross triple, which also serves as the finish line jump there, and all the progress that D-Mills just made to get into 2nd. Now he's going to have to make it again. Barry finds himself in 3rd place just like last week with a new racer to track down. Last week it was D-Mills NY who is now behind him. This week up in 2nd it's Zaya, who looks like he's learned a little bit of some of the lines from Jabelson up in the lead, navigating that Dragon's Back a little bit differently. But can Barry now put on a challenge for P2 now that he finds himself in the podium?
Yeah, and Barry's got a clean air. He was behind D-Mills for so long here. He was watching what D-Mills was doing, and now he's got a clean track. Is it going to be one of those cases where if you're behind somebody, are you faster? I always found when I was racing, and not even just Supercross, but in any type of track, if you're behind somebody, you get to copy their lines, you get to see what they're doing, and you're kind of just following them in a flow state, and potentially you could execute better than them. But when you have clean track, you have no marker to go off of. You have no point of reference. Is that going to be, something that Barry's going to struggle with, as we're seeing Darian here now challenging for the podium position again?
Yep. Following there in the whip section, you got to be careful. You never know when the guy in front of you in the whip section is going to get the front end dipped a little low. D-Mills up the inside before the Dragon's Back. That's going to give Barry the inside here. Gets the front end a little high. D-Mills powers around the outside. Got this little single hip jump that you got to navigate. D-Mills thought about cutting underneath, but now Barry still has the preferred line here into this Dragon's Back. Getting a little sketchy side by side. D-Mills dips the front end there. Endos into the last landing there on the rock section Dragon's Back. Some tough sections here on this track. Everything pretty high speed, but if you get the speed just a little bit wrong, you can dip the front end when you don't want to and lose a ton of time. But I don't know, this might be one of those races for Zaya as he's just building confidence out front. Can he track down Jabelston one more time? He's already gotten the feeling of leading laps in this one, and he's navigating this whoop section maybe just a little bit better than Jab. Jab has some good lines around the track though, so it's just this yo-yo effect, this salsa dance that the top two are doing right now, trying to spiral their way around each other. Little mistake there from Zaya into the pole, and don't count out Barry for that 2nd place spot quite yet. I'm not sure if we had caught it a couple laps prior. There was a huge crash on the Dragon's Back before the finish line between a few racers that included Derpzilla, Dark Horizon, and I believe it was Squeezu, Spider Case, and Vulcan all in that fight there. Those guys spread just a little bit. Vulcan trying to make his way up the inside, maybe on Squeezu through the whoop section. Not quite able to make it happen yet. Zaya, another mistake there, up in 2nd, and he's losing a little bit more time to Barry. Barry has the confidence from last week with that 2nd place finish. The dog next to me is having a nightmare and making weird sounds. Speaking of nightmare, in the yellow armor, he's back there in about 8th place, trying to hold off Spider Case. The lead up front has stabilized a bit. the battle for the final podium spot's definitely not finished yet, and D-Mills trying to make his way back up after a couple of horrible mistakes in this one, Opix.
Well, D-Mills is going to have to prove that he's got that dog in him after a couple mistakes, and this is the type of track, again, you look at the, as we see Vulcan trying to make a move on Squeezoo here, and he's going to get it. Squeezoo's going to get the cutback as we go into this tabletop. Vulcan's going to have the inside into this rock section.
Oh, yeah, really nice move from Squeezoo right there to cut down on the berm, but how's the whoop section going to be navigated? Vulcan has the position once again. Squeezoo cuts down, still side by side into the rhythm section. Vulcan just keeps ending up with the inside line here. Can Squeezoo do anything on this Dragon's back? A little bit better up the inside, and he looks like he's going to hold that position into these next series of left-handers. You want to be set up on the left-hand side, still side by side for the racer in the light blue and the pink armor. One racer in the U.S., one racer out of England. That's Vulcan. Still side by side pretty much the whole lap here as these guys come up to the finish line. Squeezoo still has the position. Cut down after cut down for those guys. Want to keep an eye on this battle for third place, though, as Barry's lost a little bit more time to D-Mills NY. Those top three positions a little stabilized, but third and fourth still right there. It's anybody's race for the final podium spot. Jab is coming up to his first lapped racer. That's going to be Chosen, who transferred in out of the LCQ. After that, it's going to be Coop Boop and Elite MKB as well, some more LCQ finishers. Meanwhile, Derbzilla, who was in that LCQ, able to win the LCQ, finds himself in a really strong 7th place, I believe, right now. So a good racer for one of our newer drivers, not new to Next, but new compared to a lot of the veterans that we have in the series.
Brendan's still finding himself in 5th, with still the entire sea between him and 4th place and D-Mills. Barry holding on to 3rd, not as good of a run through the whoops in that section. Zaya losing a little bit of time to Jalston, who is now looking to go 3 for 3 in this HTSX Next series. He's going to be dealing with lappers here shortly, as he has, I believe, Chosen in front of him next. So we will see how Jab decides to navigate this. He's got a little bit of a gap before he's going to get there, but that's going to close up quickly. Is that going to close up the gap between Jab and Zaya, though?
Oh, it very well could. Jab, a little mistake right there. This thing is not over yet, and we're into that final stanza of the race that I always talk about. These last 5 minutes, you've already kind of set your position. You know where you're at. It's just those power laps. If you're up in the lead, just telling yourself forward, get forward. Don't think about anything happening behind you. Jab, another mistake in the whoops right there. All of a sudden, this has been a really good lap for Zaya in 2nd. But if you're up in the lead, you have to just block out everything behind you. But if you're Zaya, you are on full attack mode right now, trying to put in the fastest laps of the main event to get your first victory in HT Supercross.
The yo-yo is yo-yoing, Deacon, and here comes Zaya. He's only a couple of seconds back, and one little mistake out of Jab again. It's gonna be neck and neck again, as Barry and Darian now battling for 3rd. Darian is caught up to Barry, just a few goose lengths back now.
Yeah, that fight for 3rd place still going on, but we want to keep an eye up on the leader. We don't want to miss any action here. 2.5 minutes plus a lap. As we say, D-Mills made a little mistake after the finish line there, so a little bit more separation between him and Barry. Jab looks like had a better beginning of this lap after a really struggle bus start to his previous lap, but keeping his wits about him, still trying to hold on to this perfect season. It's the Jet Lawrence rookie outdoor season all over again, except Jab maybe even a little bit more impressive considering he's won all of his heats, got the hole shot again, 3 for 3 on hole shots, so clearly he's got the best reactions of the field, because he started from the inside this time with the weird start that we have. So really putting it all together. Is Jabelston side by side for the final podium spot? Is Barry and D-Mills NY? D-Mills around outside with a power move there. Barry kind of let the racer in purple have it a little bit there, and he's going to pay the price for it. Falling back multiple seconds there after casing the rhythm section. Barry, I think, was a little hesitant to make any contact in that corner. D-Mills took advantage of that around the outside, and he finds himself back into the podium spot here, looking to go back-to-back podiums. But Jabelston looking to go back-to-back race victories here, keep the perfect season alive. The only racer that is in contention to keep that from happening is Zaya, the rookie in HT Supercross. I bet going into this season we wouldn't have expected ourselves to say that. A rookie racer in HT Supercross battling for a win here in race number 3, but that's exactly what we see happening with about a minute plus a lap to go.
I mean, rookie with an asterisk. This dude was around quite a while ago as my stream stopped. Yeah, I just lied. Anyway, I mean, to say rookie, there's a bit of an asterisk on that for Zaya, obviously. Back in the Orel days, he comes back after really a long hiatus. As we are under a minute to go now, and the gap's not really getting any bigger. Zaya, one mistake at a jab here at this point. I don't know if Jab's going to make a mistake. He's been in this position so much at this point through the preseason and now obviously through the first 2 races of the season being in the lead. But it's not quite a 19-second gap, though, as we're going to see if they can get... Here comes Zaya. He's got a better run through the whoops.
This thing is not over, and it's going to be so close whether Jab gets the white flag here or not. Zaya around the outside of the Dragon's back, carrying a lot of momentum into this long sweeper left. 15 seconds. It's going to be so close whether they get the white flag here or if it's 2 to go. If you're Zaya, you are hoping that Jab crosses with just a little bit of time left. If you're Jab, you try to time it a little bit here. It's going to be so close. 2 seconds here. Jab swings it out wide. He wants the white flag, and he's going to get it here. 1 to go here at race number 3, Portico Beach. And a mistake right there. Zaya into the back of him, hops over the top of him. Zaya right there on Jab. What's going to happen here? I don't know if they're going to get up to lap traffic before the end of this lap, but Zaya is right there applying the pressure. Jab has his ears full with that mongoose behind him. Can't focus on just your own lines. You got to protect the inside here. Who's going to get the better run in the whoops? Zaya's right there. You got to be strategic about where you try to make this pass happen if you're the racer in the white armor.
Yeah, I mean, Zaya, he's going to try to go around the berm, try to get the momentum on the inside. He's not going to be able to get there. Jab's going to have to make a mistake through this Dragon's back here.
Carrying the speed, 2 sections to go. I don't think these guys are going to hit those lappers. Can Jab hold it for 2 more corners? He's got 1 rhythm section and a corner to go to keep the perfect season alive. He clears the rhythm to the inside. Jabbleston, the Hoosier, 3 for 3 in HT Supercross Next. But a great race from Zaya to keep him at bay in second. D Mills NY takes the final podium spot in front of Barry Barrows. And Brendan is going to lock down the last top 5 position.
Yeah, Brendan's probably going to get a hard charger in this race after the start that he had. Here comes Venom, and I believe, who is this in 7th? That is, okay, so
That's Chosen. That's now to fight for position on track. So the Venom fallacy ends up with P6 there. Him and Brendan both with rough starts. Derpzilla with his best ride of the season is going to cross the line in 7th. Great ride from Derpzilla there. We got Dark Horizon in 8th. Squeezu ends up in 9th. Vulcan, after some serious battling on track, ends up with the final top 10 position in front of Spider Case. That's not the race that Spider was looking for after a great top 7 finish last week. Elite MKB, Coop Boop, those are the last guys on the lead lap there, and then Chosen off the lead lap. What a battle there up front between Jabbleston and Zaya. D Mills was in there, Barry Barrows, those top 4 put on an absolute show here in Portico Beach. That was an insane race, Optics. The mistake on the final lap from Jab after the finish line, Zaya hops over the top of him. If Zaya could have gone around the outside, that could have been the pass for the lead to break the perfect season. But when it's your time, it's your time. If it's your race, it's your race. And this season for Jab so far has just been absolute perfection.
Just like the Indiana Hoosiers college football team, it's a perfect season so far for Jab. However, if you're Zaya, I mean, it's got to be a little heartbreaking. We're that close to your first win in HT Supercross racing in really ever after not racing for a while. That's got to be a heartbreaker for him. But you also have to take the positives for Zaya. He knows he has the pace. He knows he has the ability. Is that going to up his confidence going into the final 7 races of the season? Because we know he has the pace now. He had a couple of disappointing finishes in the first 2 races. Now we know he can fight for wins.
Yeah, it's one thing to have the belief that you can get it done, but when you see it evident on track, when you see you're making up time on the guy that's got a perfect 50, now a perfect 75 on the leaderboard, you know that very next race and any race after that, you can make it happen. You could be the one to get that victory. So that could be a mold-breaking moment there for Zaya in this championship. We'll see what he has to bring next time. We'll be talking to him in just a moment. The next time you hear from us is going to be our podium interviews. We're going to hear from Jabbleston, who keeps the perfect season alive here at race number 3. What an event. We'll see you when we have Jab on the podium for that interview.
I'll be your warrior.
Joined here by the winner of race 3. Make it the winner of all 3 races so far in HT Supercross Next. Jabbleston keeps the win streak alive with the heat race win, with the whole shot, with the main event win. Jab, how you feeling after definitely the most challenging race of your season so far, still able to come out on top?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Darian was gonna pull away with it, and then he made that mistake, and it kind of like revitalized, like juiced me back up, and I was ready to go, and I was just running my race and trying to minimize the mistakes. I started talking about Yugno Swam there with like 2 laps to go and made a mistake in the whoops and had to lock back in real quick, and then yeah, man, Zaya was quick. He was on my case the whole time, and a couple good battles. That was a fun one. That was definitely the most fun race so far. It was a good battle through to the end.
So Jab, you're gonna have to say it. You're 3 for 3 right now. How long can you keep the streak up? I mean, this is just crazy impressive. I mean, obviously it's not the 19-20 second gap he had last week at Mustang, but how long can you keep this up, and what's it going to take to just keep winning these races?
I'm just trying to stay consistent. I mean, I had that 360 on the first lap and a couple other small mistakes, but I'm getting the starts, and then I'm just holding my spot up there, and guys are trying to come for the lead, but I'm battling back every time, and it's all about being in front and controlling the pace and controlling everyone behind you. So we'll just keep on going. I'm looking to get to at least 6. So if we can get to 6, then we're sitting in a good spot. So we're halfway there. That was kind of the goal.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. Again, this is a short series, only 10 races, and we're taking your best 8 finishes. So Jab already almost at 4, almost halfway to what would essentially be a perfect season. Even if he wasn't to win all 10, if you win 8 on the leaderboard, that's just as good as a perfect series. So Jabbleston, congratulations on your 3rd straight victory, taking the dub here at Portico Beach. You had to earn that one. Definitely fight for it. Some good battles on track. We'll see you back at race number 4 and see if that streak can continue.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate what you do. Stream's always fire. And yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks, Jeb. All right, we're back here on the podium with your 2nd place finisher at Portico Beach. It's the man himself, Zaya, formerly known as Prime, formerly known as Cali Gamer or whatever it was. Zaya, you're back here after many name changes and after a long hiatus away, back on the podium in an official competitive Halo race. How does it feel?
Man, it feels great. Honestly, it's completely different from back in the day when we used to race when I was like 14. Now, 10 years later, coming back into it, it's just completely different techniques. I mean, Jab is a really good racer. He's fast, and I was surprised keeping up with him. And yeah, he's a really good driver. I was pretty much when I was following him, I was just looking at his techniques, what he was doing. I was just adapting to it, and that's how I was like keeping the pace with him. But besides that, man, it was a really good race.
Zaya, obviously the first 2 races of this HTSX season didn't exactly go the way you were hoping. After the off-season event that Wes put on, you showed a lot of pace, and you showed that you definitely had some ability to maybe win these races. You got very close today. What do you have to do different to get the win next time?
Honestly, I wouldn't even be able to tell you, just because of the drivers that are in this league. It's a completely different ball game. I mean, everybody's unique at driving. It's just about adapting. I gotta figure out what I could do and just be faster. just got to learn from the best, honestly.
Yeah, to your point there, I think that's a great mentality to have, knowing that you don't have some of the experience over the past decade or whatever it is that we've been building on some of these techniques. And you said it yourself, even in that race, learning from Jab as he's taken certain lines and holding left trigger over certain things, all these things that we've been talking about. Where is he braking? How is he approaching certain sections? Does this feel like a mold breaking moment for you, like this race where you really were able to piece some things together? Do you expect yourself to be on the podium in all of the races following this?
I mean, honestly, I hope I make podium, but I'm gonna stay humble. The race is good. Hopefully, I can keep it up, and try to do my best. Hopefully, next race we can make podium. That'd be great.
There you go. The humility out of Zaya, but also the skill and the technique and the speed on display from your P2 finisher. Zaya, congrats on your first HT Supercross Next podium. We'll see if you can back it up next week.
Appreciate it.
All right. Back here on the podium one final time with third place at race number 3 of HTSX Next at Portico Beach. We're here with D-Mills NY. Darian, we saw how the events unfolded in that race. Started there battling with Jab 1-2, were able to get into the lead, and then it felt like just as soon as you were making some of those passes, just immediately something unfortunate or a mistake would happen. Obviously, after leading laps in a race, you can't be too satisfied with just a third place finish here. So take us through some of your thoughts after this one.
The only great takeaway I had from this race was I was able to, override the mental game and just keep putting in fast laps after all these mistakes. I feel like once I got near first or around first, a mistake would happen for whatever reason. I definitely need to look back in theater after this interview and try to analyze exactly what happened, why those mistakes happened. But definitely a bummer knowing I could have easily had first place this week.
Darian, this is a type of track that I've always called like a battle track, where the skill gap in terms of pace from first to the other end of the field isn't as much as you would see at other tracks. So when you have an easier track like this and you have closer packs, what is the mindset that you have to have? Because obviously you're just in this pack of 4 the entire race. You're not really gaining or losing any time. How do you stay consistent, and what is the mindset in terms of being successful at a track like this?
Obviously, I wasn't taking the fastest line in certain areas, but I was taking what I thought to be the most consistent lines throughout every section. And while guys would gain on me in little bits, I feel like overall, and even though I didn't hit the fastest lap time, I feel like I was overall one of probably the most consistent. I want to say the most consistent person in the race, but I just failed so many times. But I felt so good when those random mistakes didn't happen. I can't put it into words what happened. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's a really tough place to be as a competitor when you know that you can piece together laps. You've seen yourself do it throughout the week in practice, and it just feels like some 0.01% variable is kind of taking you out of it. That's a really tough place to be mentally. What are you telling yourself mentally off of that outset of this race, moving into the following races? What is it? You said you're going into theater to kind of look at how those things happen, but what do you have to tell yourself mentally differently to get a different outcome looking forward?
It honestly, it's been a mental struggle like the past 3 weeks for sure, just trying to get a W, and it hasn't happened, but we just have to persevere, put the laps in, and I know my time will come eventually. But it's all just putting putting the perfect race together, putting the pieces together, and so far I haven't been able to do it, but one day at a time, one lap at a time.
Yeah, the perseverance from D Mills NY on display. To his point, was able to salvage out that third place finish that could come in huge at the end of the season when we look at the leaderboard. Still a podium finish, still something to be happy about, even though definitely left something on the table there. So D Mills, congratulations on that third place finish. We know that you're looking for more though, and we'll see if you can make that happen at race number 4 next week.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. That is your podium interviews right there. And Jabelston 3 for 3 optics after 3 races, a perfect 75 on the leaderboard. Is this thing chalked already? Do any of these guys have anything to say for Jabelston?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we saw it. I mean, it wasn't a complete dominant race. No one really had a perfect race. Jab was making mistakes. Zaya, D-Mills, Barry. I mean, everybody was kind of just making slight mistakes. Even on an easier track like this, when the pressure's on and when you're just battling so close with people like you're going to be in this series, that's what's going to happen. And again, I'm asking Jab, how long can he keep this up? I think we're going to see somebody like a D-Mills, a Zaya, a Barry, a Brendan even. I think we're going to see someone else win races. I promise you, it's not just going to be the Jab show, everybody that's watching. You're going to see other winners. It's not going to be, Alex Palou winning every IndyCar race. It's not going to be, Lewis Hamilton winning every race in 2010's F1. You're going to see different racers win. You're going to see, crazy battles all throughout the season. And I said it during the preseason, these are the kinds of races we're going to have in this series, and it's really fun to watch. And I hope everybody watching the stream tonight had a good time, watching the absolute carnage and the craziness and the battle for the win. And Deacon, we got 7 more weeks of this. It's going to be fun.
We got 7 more. Before we get out of here, I do want to bring to attention Brendan goes +9 in this race with the fastest lap by almost. I'm looking at it here. Oh, just about a tenth and a half over Barry, who it looks like had the second fastest lap. So your P4 and P5 finishers in this one, Barry and Brendan, putting on some serious speed. They could, as to your point, they could be the ones to come up and challenge Jab if they can get the starts figured out. That's going to be all from me. Again, this is Deacon, otherwise known as Pancake, Opix, Le Jefe, bringing you the live action here in HT Supercross Next. That's all from us. Thank you guys for watching the stream. We hope that you enjoyed the entertaining racing tonight, and we will see you at race number 4 next Tuesday.